Hey, what's up, my peoples? How you doing? It's your girl Rita Garcia, and today I want to record this video because a friend of mine passed away, and she used to do YouTube videos, and I love her so much, and I miss her so much. And the reason of her death, we could talk about it later. But now I'm just getting ready to get together with few coworkers because not only she was the coworker, but also she was a nice friend with me. She was so amazing, super gorgeous. And I wanted to share this experience with you because we have a ceremony set up for her. So I want to share this and the message behind this. If you're interested in watching, bear with me. It might be emotional. I want you to take in perspective everything that you're going to be seeing in this video. I do this with all respect for you, Alex. May God have you in the glory. And because I know you like to do this, but you used to hate to do clips, but nothing. We're going to the beach, and yeah, we're gonna have a ceremony for her. And my peoples, I here today to invite you to welcome me to this journey. So let's go. So here we are, guys. We are already on the way to my job, which we're gonna gather together. I was just coming from my apartment, and we just grabbed an Uber. We're on the way, and I'm so excited. I don't want to get emotional through this event or nothing because it's more about celebrating, someone's life and to rejoice with her spirit and her soul and, beautiful things. But I know it's going to be touchy and emotional. So I'm on my way to work. I'm going to show you a little altar that we created at work and maybe a few co-workers to see the vibe. And yeah, then from there we're gonna go all together to the beach where the actual ceremony is going to take place. We're going to be going to Santa Monica pier, that area, Santa Monica Beach, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I want to continue recording throughout the journey and sharing with you this beautiful experience, and to share the love to someone that we really loved and passed away. Well, let's stay tuned. So we just arrived to the workplace, and let me show you the little altar we have here. Oh, qué bella, rubia.
everybody. So we are here together to celebrate our sister Alex, who meant so much for each and every one of us. I want to first read a message from her family. We love our Alexa very much. We will always love her. That's all I can say right now because I still can't believe that this person that I love so much is no longer with us, no longer with me. Alexa is going to live in our hearts forever. And this message is from her sister. Alexa meant so much to each and every one of us. And I think that not having her here was a shock for all of us. But today we are here in a place that she loved, at the beach, to celebrate her life, to celebrate her spirit, and to share space with one another because that is what it's all about, to really create a family on our own, to love one another, and to celebrate a sister that, although not here, will live on through the experiences that each of us were blessed to have with her. Bambi's gonna begin the blessing. Dear Creator, we're here before you today, thanking you for giving us one more day to breathe, to be alive, to be close to the water, which give us power and give us life. Today we're here celebrating the life of our beautiful sister, Alex, and we are here to honor her life, to lift up her spirit, and to open the gates of the love that is waiting for her as she goes through her journey. This copal signifies purity, and we know that Alex's heart was pure, and we know that Alex was a beautiful soul that was navigating this planet, this earth. But she departed, and I know that she's reunited with our ancestors, with our transcestors, those who always and every single day guide us and give us love and strength and power to continue to walk around and across this world. We honor Alex today and always. Now to help us open the gates, now to help us open the gates, I'm gonna call spirits through this concha, honoring the 4 points. So we're gonna start. What did we see? Let me see. Let's start with the south. Now we go to the east. go to the north. We go to the west. Now we go to the mother. ¿Qué quieres que te vas a decir? ¿Vas a decir algo o te lo vas a decir a For many of us who are blessed to know Alex, we knew that she loved Michael Jackson. And we have asked Kyler O'Neill to pay tribute to our sister by playing her favorite artist. Kyler.
You better sing.
Someone tell me why did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how could You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone.
Tyler, that was beautiful. You know, it has been a privilege for each and every one of us to have experienced Alex in our life. I remember going to the Trans Latina Coalition and seeing her and seeing how much love she showed me every time she saw me. Her face would bright up, and with her accent, she would say, "Miss Maria." And she showed me love every time I saw her. And I think in her memory, we need to remember to be able to do that for one another. To show each other love, to show each other how much we care for one another. Because for none of us, tomorrow is guaranteed. We have to take each opportunity and each experience to really just be kind and loving to one another. I feel blessed to have experienced her in my life. And I'm honored that I can do this in her memory with all of you who have also come to join in celebrating what an amazing, beautiful person she was. So I want to give an opportunity for people who knew Alex that want to say anything loving about Alex to please come up and share with us.
Thank you, Maria. Well, for those that don't know me, my name is Tiana and I work for St. John's. Alex, she was a patient of ours, and every time she came into the clinic, she was full of life and spirit, happy and joyful. And I know that a lot of us, we have our own issues, but she was always happy. I try to guide her the right way, but it breaks my heart, just like Maria says, you know, we need to support one another, give the love to one another, because the next day cannot be guaranteed. You know, so based on my experiences, you know, let's just love each other, you know, live life to the fullest, you know, and just take care of one another and just try to be as close together as we can. Thank you. And thank you too, Bambi, for your leadership.
Hi, I'm Nadia. I was working at APA IT as an intern and I met Alex. It really breaks my heart that she's not with us anymore. She was really aware of her issues and she was working really hard. And sometimes, you know, when we don't understand things and diseases, they get the better of us, unfortunately. And I know that everybody at Trans Latina was offering her a lot of support, and you know, you guys gave her a lot of hope. She had a vision for her future. I want to really point out that Trans Latina were absolutely, you know, so supportive of her. They really gave her so much motivation and love, and she was so happy, and she was, you know, looking forward to one day getting a paid job there. And anyway, it's just unfortunate, and I'm just really happy that I got to meet her. She definitely was full of life, had a spirit, loved life. She loved who she was. She wasn't ashamed of it for one moment. And I know that that's what I'm going to carry with me, that confidence. You know, that's how I'm going to remember her. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Devin, and I just wanted to say that I remember the first time that I ever got to know Alex was when I picked her up super early for a fashion show, and we were in my car, and the first song that I was playing was the Erykah Badu was my playlist, and she was like, "This is my favorite artist," and I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, this just made me feel so comfortable," and I was like, "For sure." And then we started talking about how when she first came, Erykah Badu was one of the first artists who she felt she really connected with, and that was one of just her favorites as well. And I was like, "That's so amazing." And then after that, even now, I can still hear her. Every time she would call me, she'd be like, "Hey, dude," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" 'Cause it was always super awesome to have her in the office, and she always lifted me up, and she kept me up to date with my fashion, and she was like, "Hey, I saw this thing that I think you would like, or I saw this fashion a magazine that's really dope." And so we used to talk about certain things like that in passing, and it was just really amazing to even be in the same space with her. And so yeah, that's how I think of her, and I think she'll always be that light, which is really amazing. But yeah.
here we are family. This is family right here. This young lady, I only met her twice. I didn't know her, but we are family. We're all united. And also, sometimes temptation, the word no is beautiful. And if you don't know how to say no, just look for an old bitch like me, older person. We would teach you how to say no to temptation. You got Trans Latina, you got Bambi, Miss Maria, and St. John, Miss Woman over there, Tiana, and you got, you got help. Back in the days, we didn't have this. I went to church one time, and I told the preacher, I'm a transgender. They looked at me like, what is that? Oh, Lord have mercy. Show me the exit. But nowadays, we have a lot, accomplished a lot, and let's keep accomplishing. And y'all girls always tell each other that y'all love each other. I know I love every one of y'all. I'm older than y'all, and y'all to me are my children's. And I love every one of y'all. And that young lady, she is in a better place in heaven. I know she went young. Sometimes God got a reason why he needs us. Thank you for Trend Latina and St. John and all of you.
Loretta is a legend.
Y'all know the drill.
Hi everyone, my name is Jairo. I also go by Sarah. I met Alex at APIC. We were doing drug and alcohol counseling together, and so it really hit me hard when I found out she died. I walked in the office, I saw her memorial. I didn't believe it. I thought it was some type of prank, a joke, because I knew how she was. And then I asked what happened. It was just, I didn't believe it because I knew her so well, and I really wish I would have talked to her more. Some of her videos she posted, I really connected with her. And so yes, we were going through the same thing. I really hope she's in a better place. I hope, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Sarah.
¿Qué les puedo decir? Conviví muy poco tiempo con ella, pero siempre tenía una sonrisa, le daba ánimo a uno cuando, con un abrazo, con una sonrisa. Siempre estaba a la par mía, que a veces me molestaba, pero ella siempre me decía, Daniela, tú loca. Y yo le decía, oh sí, le decía. Y ella decía, María. Fue un poco la conexión, pero le tomé mucho cariño. La extraño mucho, su ausencia. Cada día es más. Porque siento que siempre por detrás me ponía las manos, me decía, I love you, Daniela. Thank you, le decía. Pero quiero que le demos un fuerte aplauso porque ella ya está en un mejor lugar y ya no está sufriendo. Gracias.
Daniela and her had a really beautiful connection. Even though they didn't necessarily understand each other in the language, I would see them always joke around, and it was just beautiful to see. Anybody else would like to share something?
Hola a todos, a todas y a todes. Mi nombre es Fernanda y como ser miembro de Translatina, hace casi un año que ella vino a este país donde creemos que aquí podemos estar protegidas y que vamos a estar libres de todas las maldades y de todo lo que tenemos que enfrentar día a día por ser personas trans. Yo me sentí muy orgullosa de haberle ayudado a ella cuando ella recién vino por primera vez a este país, y gracias a que yo estaba parte de Translatina la pudimos conectar y ahora ella está recibiendo con toda nuestra familia en un mejor lugar. Y espero, Alex, uno por uno, que estés descansando de este mundo al cual como personas trans tenemos que tener mucha valentía para enfrentarlo. Gracias a todos por ser nuestra familia y por estar acá apoyándonos. Gracias.
You know, Alex lives matter. We loved Alex. She had value. She was a beautiful human being that touched each and every one of us that are here celebrating her life. This is beautiful that we could come together to one of her favorite places and celebrate her. If nobody else wants to say anything, I will. Yes.
Yo grabo a la gente. I really want to say, first of all, my phone is ringing. So I really want to say that when this happened and Gina was the person that went for us and told us, it was like a pause in life. And that day that I went home, I was thinking over and over the reason why and why this happened. And I started getting upset with her and everybody because I couldn't believe that was happening. So my friend, you know, it wasn't so long, but we connected from the beginning. I met her doing some intern services at Trans Latina Coalition, and knowing that Alice is a wonderful person, a beautiful person. I mean, you have to hear the things that she said from each of every one of you, all the guys. I remember all the time that I was wanting to take a break, she'll ask Gina, give me 15 minutes break to take the break with you. And we used to gather together and talk about everybody in the office and make jokes. And it was so funny because she's so unique and her accent and her beauty was so uncomparable to anything. Her humbleness, and she never bragged about her beauty or nothing. When I saw Alex, I couldn't clock her. She was super gorgeous. And she opened her heart to myself. We started talking so many things in life, but I got upset. I got upset because then I thought, why? That in life that todos tenemos ganado la muerte, no matter what. You know, es algo que tenemos regalado todos. What was worse was when this happened, and right now that we're here, we're taking action to give her memory and to celebrate her life. But then I thought about myself. What about me later on? Who's gonna stand up for me and celebrate my life when I passed away? What about us? Have you ever thought about something like that in your life? So this is a moment that I started fighting by myself and battering, and I was mad. And I was like, Alex, I'm mad with you. Why? Why? On myself. But nobody knew because I was always carrying a smile. But I'm very grateful, not only because these human beings are here, but like an organization, a place of work is taking action to celebrate a life. And I never experienced this type of experience in the past. Another thing that we very diminish is the love of family. And I'm pretty sure my family loves me, but the love that we have one another, even though we don't carry our own blood, is unreal. So I'm very grateful to be in this circle, and not only to meet Taylor, we used to call her Taylor Swiss, because she was vibing like Taylor Swiss. I think Gina put her that name. And I really want to say that I am sorry or forgive anybody if I feel so way or I make you feel some type of way at work. I am not perfect. I want to have a good environment and to always care for each other no matter our differences. because we're not going to be able to change one another. But the support and the love that makes the difference between us, you know, we could do and change life because we would have been a better support to Alex if we would have been more in a love environment and maybe understand her and talk to her. You know how many times I told her about her actions and her personal life, but I didn't have the power to do that. I respect your choice, Alex. I want to tell you that I will always love you because you was so real to me and that you are a superstar. You are a superstar girl and you will always shine in my life. Thank you so much for being my friend and I love you. Thank you. What I've heard this. I'm sorry, Jen. I've heard this.
Buenas tardes. Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the Trans Latina Coalition to make this special day because she recognized us. Ella nos reconoce a cada una de todas nosotras. Bambi Salcedo y su organización, junto con María Román y las demás personas que con ella trabajan, nos han hecho sentir especiales, así como hicieron sentir especial a Alex. Creo que todas estamos celebrando una vida. Y si ella pasó a mejor vida, nosotras vamos para allá, como lo decía la muchacha. Hoy quisiera darle a Rita, perdón. Hoy quisiera agradecer por esta invitación porque en realidad cuando una de nosotras se va es algo bien triste. Es algo que no se espera, especialmente cuando es una persona joven, una persona que tenía mucho que dar. Yo la conocí apenas 2 o 3 veces que fui las últimas veces a la organización y de verdad que jamás pensé que fuera una chica trans. No tengo muchas palabras, pero le agradezco a todos, agradezco a las organizaciones por estar aquí y por todo el support que están brindando. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much for support, Bambi. Thank you very much for all of you to being here.
Alguien más? Anybody else would like to say something? No? So I just want to take this opportunity. You know, I brought my spirituality, what I believe in, to to offer love and appreciation to Alex, also known as Taylor, and well, to us, because that's what we used to call her, Taylor Swift, because she, I remember I used to tell her, like, girl, if you impersonate Taylor Swift, you're gonna make buku money. And I was trying to get her to do that, but I don't know, for whatever reason, it never happened. I, as a trans woman who have survived and overcome many different challenges when I was young, and just seeing her and always trying to encourage her, to smile, because there was times to when she would be sad for whatever was going on in her life, and obviously, I never wanted to intrude, right, in her life. But I always, those of you who know me and those of you who know who I am, right? Like I try to act goofy sometimes, right, to make people smile. And I'm glad that I was able to do that, too, even if it was a moment. But I also want to say that, we as an organization, that's exactly why we exist, right?
That's exactly um, why we are able to provide support to our own people, right? Because society tells us that we are not supposed to even exist. And the fact that we are, that we navigate this world every single day as who we are, um, as the people that we are, it's important that we as an organization also try to support our people the best possible way. And that is my commitment. That is our commitment. And I hope that all of the people who work at our organization, all of the people who support the work that we do, um, also commit, right? I think it's also their commitment because that's why they support our work, because they see the work that we do. And it is through our work and through our support and through our mutual appreciation that we are going to be able to transform the society that always tells us that we are not supposed to exist, but we are exist and we are here. And unfortunately, Alex is not here with us, but her spirit is here with us, and her spirit lives with us. And I hope that we all can carry that with us, because their spirits, the spirits of the people who have been before us here, right? The people who are no longer here with us, those are spirits I know that help me to continue to fight and to continue to walk this world, this oppressive and marginalizing world. And so I hope that you, as I, um, understand that there are greater spirits and greater powers that helps us get through the bullshit that we all experience every single day. And so I hope that you hold Alex's spirit with you every single day as you walk the earth, as you walk in purpose, as you walk as who you are destined to be in this world. And I invite you to do just that, to walk your path the way you're supposed to walk it, in honor of all of our ancestors and in honor of all our ancestors. So thank you so much. I also, thank you. I want, should I introduce Valerie?
Reverend.
Is, yes. May I, it is truly an honor that I get to introduce my sister warrior queen, who has always uplifted me and who has always uplifted our people um, for many, many years. And when we call on her to help us and support us to whatever we need in terms of her wisdom and power, she always shows up for us. And so I want to invite our beautiful and amazing sister, Reverend Valerie Spencer, to please share with you your power, your knowledge, your wisdom, your might. Please enlighten us with your spirit. Thank you, sister.
Oh, hey everybody. How are you? Yeah, we're still good, yes? We're still good. We're still in the living, yes? We've come today. You gonna interpret for me, sister? No, you can't have a microphone.
No, I thought you were
I wanted you to interpret for me.
Oh, my bad. I just noticed that I was showing all my titties, and I was like, I'm showing my titties. I was like, so the world is seeing
So
the
do you
titties.
have to understand this? We've been isolated from each other, so we're giddy, right? I haven't gotten a chance to see my sister, and I miss her. We are here to do something important today, and that is partly we're here to tell Alex that she was not right. Alex might have thought that no one loved her, that no one cared, that no one would miss her, right? Not so. Not so. We love, adore, and miss her, and will always. And we're also here to tell the world that although they may not see some of us as valuable, they may have certain standards and practices for who they regard as important. We drove all this way by the water to say that we regard all life. All life is valuable. All life is important. All life as sacred. And so we do with our sister Alex. Now is the African tradition and the Latin tradition. Alex, I'm afraid you won't get to rest long, because we believe that we put our ancestors to work, do we not? We put our ancestors to work, so we welcome Alex to the wonderful world of our ancestors, where she can navigate and influence in places that we know not of, where she can advocate for us with energies that we couldn't do in the body. She is now much more powerful than ever, and I'm grateful to call her sister, daughter, niece, and friend, and I know that you are the same, yes? Yes, are you with me? So I'm going to release us with a prayer, because we got to pray. We have to acknowledge the Creator's graciousness in giving us Alex for as long as we were given her life to share and to enjoy and to nourish. So, in this moment, we know that there is a power, there is a presence, a life, known by so many names and so many approaches. I call it God. And in this moment, oh God, we simply give thanks for Alex and her beautiful and dynamic life. We know that wherever she is, peace is. We know that love is. And we know that whenever she blows our way, she will be bringing peace and love to nourish us with. God, help us to treat each other better. Help us to treat each other with sacred compassion. Help us to love on each other, especially those we don't like, or those we don't think are ugly, or those we think are not passable, or those we think are not fishy, those that we think are clockable. Help us to love each other with grace and kindness and compassion. For this and everything, oh God, we simply say thank you. Thank you for our life. Thank you for restoring humanity so that we can be together in this way. We give thanks, oh God, and say, and so it is for Alex. Ashe and amen. And so it is. God bless you, everybody.
Gracias. Thank you, sis.
Thank you so much, Reverend Valerie Swanson. Beautiful t-shirt. Yes, and wearing a heel at the beach.
In the grass.
You know, Alex was really funny. I forced her to model on our last fashion show, literally forced her. That's why Devin had to go and pick her up. And I had gotten a gift of this 5-inch heels that are so painful. They're horrible, painful, that I had stoned. And I forced her to wear during that fashion show. She was like, Miss Maria, I can't do this. I can't, Miss Maria. I said, Alex, you can do it. You're beautiful. Just walk. Just look how beautiful you are. She was like, okay, Miss Maria, I will do it. You asked me? Okay. But she would go out of her comfort zone. And I think aesthetically we would look at Alex and physically say, what a beautiful human being she was. But she was beyond that. Her spirit was so beautiful. She was one of the most humble, beautiful people I have met in my entire life. She would sweep our offices. Whatever we asked her to do, Miss Alex would say, yes, Miss Maria, I will do that. And I just feel blessed that, one, I get to share space with you, that we get an opportunity to celebrate her, that we get to be here together in space, and also take a moment for ourselves to recognize how can I, moving forward, show my sister, my brother, my sibling that I love them, that I care for them. How can I show compassion? And it's something that we all can continue to learn and grow to make sure that if we lose somebody, that we know we've done everything we can to show them how much we care and how much we love them. Just as a last tribute to Alex's life, we're going to take some petals of flowers for everybody that's able. We're going to walk barefooted to the ocean and release them in her hands. So if you're not able to do that, we will, some of us that can will do it in your honor
And Bambi has the flowers, so just take a handful of petals for anybody that's able to. I want to thank you for being here to honor Alex. We will place this beautiful arrangement in our office for the next week, and we will continue to celebrate Alex. We will hang this photo in our center and continue to honor her memory. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. My mother is also here. So, thank you, everybody. So if
Down.
you can go to
Take
the
it in.
auction and release our
¿Quieres?
sister.
Thank you, Maya.
Yes.
The idea is that you release her spirit through the water
Okay.
because she loved the water. She loved the beach. So if you're able, please take your shoes and go to the water and just let it go over there. ¿Tú vas a ir? ¿No vas a ir? Anybody? Anybody?